When last we met, Regulus' house got fired.
Yay! I mean, oh no.
Oh, speaking of which, I want to see if I can try to find a dead imp.
Somewhere upstairs, you mean?
Oh, come on. Just get a whore if you have to do that.
Wow, you're a terrible person.
I know. I also work out hearts.
Anyway, as you're standing around outside the burning estate, eventually the watch manages to escort most of the people inside out, and with a fair amount of help from the rain, eventually the fire goes out, leaving the top and sort of second of the top floor more or less uninhabitable. The main floor, along with the shipping warehouse, still exists, and the basement is intact.
Sweet, we can still play D&D in our basement.
The watch would like to talk to you guys regarding specifically what the fuck happened.
I didn't do it.
Imps. Fire imps.
Okay. Could you elaborate on that?
I woke up, I heard my dad yell something,
Okay.
fire imps showed up.
What did he yell?
He
Oh
asked
shit, the house is on fire.
something along those lines.
He's actually interviewing you separately.
Yeah, no,
They're not interviewing you as a group. They're not dumb.
something along the lines of, I heard something along the lines of, where's my cousin? Forgot his name. Don't say that in character.
Your cousin's name is Redfield.
Yeah, thank you. Where's Renfield? I heard him say, where's Renfield? I ran outside, saw my dad, heard an explosion out my room. Imps. Then pew 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 pew.
Okay.
Good job almost implicating him as something else.
You want to roll a bluff check there, champ?
Is that a bluff? That's as far as I remember.
Yeah, you're omitting a lot, basically.
A wild melody appears.
You haven't directly lied yet. Oh, actually, you have directly lied. Well, that said, you were in your room, you heard your dad say something, and you came out. That's not what happened.
Isn't that what happened?
No, you were in your room, you went to use the bathroom, and then you heard your dad having a conversation.
Oh. Sure, why not? Alright.
Lie to the guard.
Merchant Prince. I can use Merchant Prince, right?
Yeah, sure.
Charisma?
Yep.
10 plus 4, 14, 17.
Wizard, how fitting.
He just sort of skips over your commentary on there, like he didn't see anything odd about it. He would like to know, he's going to talk to the rest of you lot as well. He's going to ask each of you in turn what happened. So, you, what happened?
Yeah, first thing I'm going to do...
And also, what were you doing here?
Alright, well, yesterday I was hired by these fellows to accompany them for the help deliver some box or whatever. The reason why I'm here is because while I was at home, I woke up and noticed a bright red pillar of light in the sky at the park nearby.
Okay.
As well as a faint smell of brimstone. Yes. So, being the good wizard as I am, I had to go and investigate.
Okay. And what did you find when you went over to investigate this pillar of light?
A dark ritual. The man named Renfield was being used as a sacrifice to summon demons, using a ritual based around swords around a circle in the park.
No news to me.
This time.
So, using my quick cunning, I did the best I could to stop that, and to my success, Renfield is still alive today. In fact, if it wasn't for me, there would probably be a lot worse demons around here than there was.
Alright, so you say you were hired yesterday to deliver a box for the Barkus family. You saw a pillar of light, and you went over that way, found a man summoning demons, put a stop to said ritual. Alright. Rescued a Renfield?
Yes.
One Renfield.
One. Poor guy.
When asking Elodie about what happened, I stood in the hallway and then fell asleep.
I I was not on drugs.
Now, when you say you were hired yesterday to deliver a box, this is not in character. I'm just going to say, are you deliberately lying, or is this you not remembering what happened?
Well, I got
It's
paid.
Yes, but you weren't hired to deliver a box.
No.
No, I didn't say deliver a box to, to help
Assist
to
in delivering.
accompany them
Yeah.
while the
Assist
box
in
was being
delivering.
delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna love when it comes to my turn.
And he's going to say, do you know what that freaky thing in the cloak was?
Do I?
You can roll me an intelligence check. It's not a particularly hard check.
Didn't he explicitly say?
Yeah, he said what it was, but
Yeah.
he might know what that means.
Okay.
Do I add anything to that? Or
You
wizardry?
can add your magical background to it.
Alright, in that case it is
Just so
14.
Yeah.
Just so you know, this is how you check your skills.
Yes, you know what that was. That thing was a ghoul. It was stronger than the average ghoul, though. It's an undead creature. It's very strong. They're quite fast. They eat lots and lots of flesh.
Was he also smarter than the average bear?
Do you tell them what it was?
Just brushed off immediately.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you know where that might have come from, or what it was doing here? You
Weird thing.
totally know where it came from, by the way. He's interviewing you separately. He can't hear you. It's okay. You're safe.
Is he within eyesight of me at least?
No. I'm gonna put this bluntly. They're not stupid.
I'm assuming these are the watch from my family.
They're from several families.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want, just let there be known there will be consequences.
Probably.
Technically, you don't get to act on them because you don't know what he says.
Probably not any watch members from like the Ryan.
No, I mean when I start butchering guards left and right.
Yes. In theory, I should be taking you each out of the room to do this, but that would take a massive amount of time.
As
effort.
far as I know, something involving old gods and religions and a botched interrogation with a magical suit of armor.
Could you perhaps elaborate on that string of waffle? He phrases it more diplomatically than that.
Alright,
How good is your bluff and or diplomacy?
Hmm?
How good is your bluff and or diplomacy?
Pretty.
What's your charisma?
shite.
oh,
Probably shite.
I'm not exactly
Is that your
intending
dumb?
to lie here.
Okay.
Well, you're lying by omission.
You might want to start by saying things that aren't lies then.
But I wasn't lying.
You're lying by omission.
Basically what I was doing is I was trying to get my facts straight in my head.
You're lying by omission. You're just not saying everything kind of
Right,
the way I did.
so-
He's not lying by omission unless he stops talking.
Let's see, they're going to describe the ambush that happened yesterday.
The kidnapping you're talking
Yep. And how during the end a scary magical suit of armor that also helped stop the ambush decided to prevent someone or bring someone back to life using some weird ritualistic magic to do a quick interrogation. We thought he died quickly after that, but it didn't seem like as if it did.
I plunged a sword straight through his chest. I thought he died.
It seems reasonable, but assumption.
I mean, afterwards he did plunge a sword through its chest, so maybe he should have chopped its head off.
Now, when you say a magical suit of armor did this, you mean someone wearing a magic suit of armor, or
No, he literally is a magical suit of armor.
Would that be the weird armored guy in black plate armor outside?
Yes.
That dude.
He's foreign, so he might not be familiar with our customs.
It's also his
Not
first time
from
in the
around
city.
here.
It is literally my first time in the city, so.
Far be it for me to throw out the old adage of ignorance is not excuse of the law.
Regolith begins making rat noises.
Rat noises.
Why?
Off wherever he
what
is.
Kind of,
You're nowhere near them talking.
I know. Just,
Somehow,
I just sense, as my merchant prince background, I sense just
A disturbance in the force.
I sensed the snitching. I was like,
Shadows. You feel something amiss.
I just go,
I can
rat.
sense in the distance a rat.
Somewhere.
I smell a snitch
Within 30 feet of me.
from a dirty wizard. A snitch appeared.
Just wanted to ask you where you met this weird rambling suit of armor guy.
Well,
Underground cavern.
I was tasked to go retrieve a missing pigeon.
I'm
And
not sure if the
so
Watchman
I
light is
found
not
this
detailed.
pigeon at an underground cave that recently opened up near a little ways off. And
Not so much trouble.
inside, we found this suit of armor tied up. Turns out that he could have broken them this whole time, but
He wasn't
apparently
tied
never
up.
bothered
He was
to,
chained up.
chained up.
The place was warden.
Apparently, he was strong enough to break those chains, but he never tried.
Is this another lie or another you not remembering something?
Not remembering something.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
that is a
He,
truth right
it
there.
wasn't that he could have broken them any time. There was an earthquake
Mhm.
that cracked the pillar he was chained to,
Ah,
which made it so he could break himself out of it.
Sure, this is an excellent idea. It's just to get us all like be on the same page.
Caught up about things. It also tells me what you don't remember. Alright.
I believe it's just wizard incompetence, that's all.
there was
Good old wizarding incompetence.
There was someone dead in there, and
I mean, he spells in the knowledge.
was
I
rambling
don't,
about
well, I mean, no,
old
not even
cult
that though.
that
We've
used to
seen quite a few instances of
reside in there. Something about obsidian.
Yeah, so if anyone else notices that ever again, like, let's agree to punch the crap out of them.
Notices what?
The eyes.
The googly eyes.
The glue
Oh.
guys. Did we like physically like hot glue them like actual googly eyes? Oh no, that's not gonna hurt.
Yeah.
When our
It's not gonna hurt as much as, like, you know, scorching hands, which I will throw on someone's face.
You draw googly eyes on his back. It's the bear.
You know, with burning hands. I'll draw
He
his
excuses
eyes.
himself and asks to talk to you.
No, just
There, Jeffrey.
How can I help you, there laddie?
Alright, so what can you tell me about what happened here tonight? I'm sorry,
Aye, that was a nasty ghoul. We lost many brave priests.
You should just make your Scottish accent so indiscernible that they don't understand you.
I was a nasty who. Many a soul would have failed.
Okay, we need a translator over here.
Hang on, I need my dwarven translator.
That's the guy in Hot Fuzz. No one can understand him except for the dog.
Captain, I can't translate it. It's too gargled.
I'm not drunk, I'm Scottish.
Alright,
I thought you were both.
what brought you here tonight?
Oh, I was with the final march to signify the death of the Dwarf King under the mountain.
Oh?
We had just found out he died, and so we began the final march, and all the priests together, we noticed dark energy afoot by the in the park. When we went to investigate, we saw some stupid soul tried to summon demons, and it looked like he had gotten killed because of it. We managed to destroy the altar so nothing else would come out of there. And then we followed the trail of blood to this mansion there, and then we were attacked by a ghoul. One of the worst nasties I've ever seen.
Alright. The officer will also ask you if you know where the ghoul came from.
I actually recognise the poor lad. He ambushed me in the streets when I was coming into town yesterday. I tried not to hurt any of them, but unfortunately he was really badly injured. I tried my best to save him. For some strange reason he kept saying, "No, please let me die, stop hurting me." I did all I could to save him. I thought I made him better, but
I feel like we're all incriminating ourselves somehow.
It's almost like this is why real cops interview people separately.
Yes.
So that you can't get your stories straight. And now, Elodie, they're going to talk to you.
How many campaigns have you missed? I mean, what?
I was sleeping the whole time. I don't know. I heard fire and ran.
I heard fire.
You know a bit about what happened here.
Did get
So-
down
And I got knocked
stairs.
out.
What were you doing here last night?
Let me see.
Remember, they're not here.
They're not there. Yeah.
You were a guest of the Hipparchus family. I'm telling you truths that you would know.
Yeah. Well, I'm staying at with the Hipparchus
Hipparchus
family,
estate.
and my room is. I described like in detail how you get to my room from there, and then
More detailed than you could possibly need.
exactly. I went in details about my cookie making, using additional butter today. I went
That
into
might
the
have
pantry.
started the fire.
Kitchen fire. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you to roll a charisma check here.
I don't think I added enough cocoa at that time. I don't know.
He saves versus boredom. I'm serious. If you bore him enough, he'll stop talking to you.
That's the plan. That is totally the plan.
Good tip for the future,
12.
guys.
Can I add my social engineer to it?
Yes, absolutely.
17.
All right.
Hey guys, tip for the future: talk about the day in excruciating detail. Like, talk about what you had for breakfast.
Or I could add my background of priest of the ancient tech gods and add a lot of flowery language. Like, this just reminds me of the scripture
I'll
of...
have a lot of scripture quotations.
Fry, what have you done? Now she won't stop talking.
And remember the battle cry of Megatron, Optimus Prime!
After the cookie making, I tell him about I was wandering around the hallways, and I've talked to several, actually a good number of the servants of his household. I give them names, I give them a description of each person.
You mentioned how interested the goblin was in you.
Was there a goblin who
Yes.
was quite interested?
Yes,
Yes, there was one goblin.
Oh.
he was a coward, and he may be fired.
Well, by that I mean we're setting him on fire.
Oh.
Like literally, like I pick him up and then activate burning hands.
That's is that how you usually dismiss them?
No, goblinoids, it's not legal to kill them.
That's how you dispose of goblin servants.
That's true. So you give me a rundown in excruciating detail of the number of people in his in the employ of the.
Yeah, and I told him about was like I think Emily is secretly in love with Christopher, but she just wouldn't say anything.
And
But when I talked to Christopher about Emily, I just kind of snuck in her name a little bit.
I'm sorry, man. Can we get back to what happened
And
tonight?
then we were playing Clue.
But it's very important that we talk about
What happened when the imp showed up?
It's not what I'm going to say; it's how I'm going to say it.
Wait, didn't Elodie fall down the stairs?
Yeah.
She got pushed down the stairs by a goblin, yeah.
And then,
While he was fleeing.
and then we were playing Clue, and then I figured out Captain Mustard did it in the dining room with the candlestick.
I kind of want to point out to you what your success actually did. Notes of things Corey said. Notes of what you said. Guess the regular blah blah blah. Drawing of a person. Goblin servant. Whatever. Drawing of a goblin. He's taking copious notes.
No, but he's just going over previous parts without actually pressing the pen down. Just pretending
I'm
like
hoping
he's
to
right.
actually just pass up as a stupid blonde who's only interested in gossip.
You're certainly doing that well.
Oh God, do not tell me Melissa has been saying things about me behind my back.
Did you see what she's wearing today?
He is eventually going to decide that you don't have anything important to add to this conversation. And he's going to move along. And he's going to talk to Ulrich.
I'm relatively certain that wouldn't work if for people like me who actually are from this estate.
When he comes up to me, I'm standing completely still and rigid like I'm a statue.
A couple of guardsmen actually come up to you, instead of just one that came to interview the others. Alright, sir. Could you tell me what transpired here tonight?
You please don't think about it.
I'm very badly a construct.
Are you rolling Constitution plus Construct and not say anything?
You rolled a 3 on the dice.
Alright. It looks like...
Plus, so in total that's only 10 construct.
Right.
As apparently I haven't noticed him. I'm literally not paying attention. I'm thinking, so where are we gonna stay tonight?
You can see the burning husk of my house.
So with your 10 rating of Construct,
If he knocks on me, I'll notice him.
one of the guardsmen does just tap on you guys.
Huh? What?
Could you tell me what transpired here tonight?
Why?
It's my job.
Who are you?
I'm Sergeant Finley of the Glitterhagen Watch.
It's not gonna go well. Dear God.
Remind me again, this is my first time in the city. Why is it any of your business what I care about things?
Tell me, why did you murder that estate guard?
Well, I didn't kill him, it was a ghoul that did it. His arm was ripped off by the ghoul.
Ghoul. How do you know it was a ghoul?
Because the clerics said it was a ghoul.
So you know that cleric then?
Yes.
How'd you meet him?
He found me in a cave one day.
Oh, what sort of cave?
Cave? What's the difference between caves?
Well, it depends what's in them, where they are, how they formed. There's sedimentary rock versus sedimentary rock.
Somehow the
Glacial
the
formation.
helmet gets the most confused look you can ever imagine. As the helmet
Does this look include googly eyes?
no,
No, it doesn't.
as you just hear him go.
That's not him making the noise, that's just the metal grinding.
Yes,
It's gas escaping from creases in his armor.
I can't. Is this some sort of sorcery you're attacking me with? I can't.
Yes, he's attacking you with basic interrogation techniques.
No, like you're.
Not even interrogation techniques. Questions.
Well, technically
no.
anything he does during an interrogation is an interrogation technique.
No, I mean talking about caves and boring him to insanity.
It might incentivize you to talk about something else.
Why are you talking to me about caves again?
Well, you brought it up.
You asked where I met him.
Yeah,
Cave.
you said a cave. Do you not want to talk about caves?
He's getting PTSD about them.
What?
You're getting PTSD about the game.
Would you rather talk about what happened tonight?
Yeah, there was a fire.
Do you know how the fire started?
Yeah, I was told there were imps and they were throwing fire.
Who told you that?
Well, the guys from inside, as well as I saw imps in the sky.
How many?
I don't know, like
You saw them 3.
3, maybe there was one, maybe 2 inside. I don't know, I would round it about to 5 in total on this estate. By the way, my character's thinking that this is just a random guy asking me questions. He doesn't know what's going on here.
Hey, really quick question. Did my grandma get out?
Oh.
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh
Roll a saving throw. I'm kidding.
Can I roll a saving throw for it?
No. You don't get to save versus death of other
Oh,
loved
dear
ones.
God. Okay.
Actually, yeah,
no.
roll
You
a
don't even
saving
remember
throw.
Grandma.
From having a panic attack immediately.
No. Grandma.
Nicola just like breaks down and
Please.
Now, do you want that to signify alive or dead?
You think alive?
She comes out carrying
God.
2 of her nurses, one over each arm.
But carrying the servants, just like.
And a dead imp right in there.
She comes out carrying a pole with like 4 dead imps tied to it.
That's more than I could have calculated right there. Oh, she shot the ones in the sky, I see.
I see that. I'm like,
Granny, Grandma's 10th level.
yeah. God damn it. Wow, I can't. God, the one time I roll a crit.
That's great.
You see her go, Mima, you made it.
Yeah, she just throws like random like the coat like the curtain
Rod.
rods.
From this
Just like
shower
throw
curtain
them
rods?
at just
She
throw
took
them
a curtain rod, threw it, and impaled 3 goblins.
Yeah.
3 of the
Yeah.
imps with
Yeah,
it.
no problem.
Her and her army of cats.
Ulrich lets out a low whistle when he sees that.
Ulrich's just like, I think I'm in love.
Ulrich has no feelings.
Except admiration towards murder.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea where the imps came from?
Probably foul magic. After the
Do you know
battle,
much about
I
magic?
wandered over following the wizard, and there was a circle, and he said imps came out of there. There's something about blade ritual.
Do you know much about magic?
Not really. I'm mainly.
The hidden-
How do you people call it these days? He says these days like you're young kids. He probably gets a couple looks.
The kitty slashy type.
Holy magics, yeah, those.
Like a priest?
Like, paladin, yeah.
Huh. What sort of god do you follow?
Optimal.
How do you spell that?
Can you spell that for me? Zed.
Sorry,
umlaut,
optimal, not optimal.
Some symbols.
yeah, umlaut. You know.
Waffle waffle?
Ometeotl.
They just write it phonetically.
Aw. I want to put umlauts and stuff in it. Like,
Oh, they write it phonetically, then they go talk to a scholar and say, who's on model?
and then like the O with the slash in it. You know, those things.
I think he was a boat maker.
Do you know much about necromancy?
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. Because we're trying to figure out where that ghoul came from. We're wondering if you might have any insight to that.
Probably somewhere in that direction in town. I don't know, that's how you get to the state.
I was thinking more about in terms of process.
Huh?
How it came to exist.
Well, I probably got up and walked over here. Oh, how it became a ghoul.
Yep.
Well, that'll probably have to do with McLund, God of the Dead. Yeah.
Why are you putting off fours?
I'm not familiar with that one. You tell me about him.
What do you mean? He rules over the land of the dead.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, let me take out my flowchart.
Are you one of his followers then?
No, I just told you I worship Optimal. I do respect all the old gods, of course. As they should be respected.
Whereabouts did you learn these faiths for these old gods?
At one of the temples of worship. You hear the rolling, grinding of eyes?
It's like,
Where might I find one of those?
Oh, they're probably in ruins by now.
Oh? When did you used to go to them?
Oh, about 7,000 years ago.
Really quickly, I'd like to take this time to check my boat.
it's burned down. It got even moldier.
No,
Just saying.
no. I'm
We
assuming.
sure ask a lot of questions.
I'm assuming because they're at the docks.
No, it's my job.
Okay.
All the dwarves and the
Upon mention of 7,000 years ago, scratch. This line traced across his notes.
This guy's a total liar.
You do notice he was writing in his notebook like this, and then you said you were 7,000 years old, and you just went shh. There was like this shatter pause. And then he started writing again quite quickly. What do you want to say, sir?
I'd like to check on the boats, ensure none of them caught fire.
None of them are on fire, no.
Okay, good. Especially
the
my boat.
ghoul and the 6 dwarves and
don't
the
worry.
5 dwarves who
Little
died
dinghy is
are
just
now
fine.
part of the skeleton crew.
You got more crew.
Yeah, when I burned the little goblin, he became part of the skeleton crew.
And
He
she
don't-
does have
he
like,
don't resign.
you said there's something wrong with your pencil there or something?
No, I've got it now.
Okay.
So, you're 7,000 years old then?
No, that was when I last was at a temple, like
Ah.
worshiping. I was trapped inside that cave for a good 3,000.
Interesting.
That's not what he asked you.
Like,
Age. So that will put you 9,000-ish?
There's, well, 9,275. I think that's about right.
You shot on like
Give or
exactly
to a
days.
couple months.
You lose count after the first few millennia.
Interesting.
Well, you don't get many constructs around here?
Oh, not many, no. So you're a construct then?
Of sorts, yes.
Oh. Who built you? Do you remember?
Nay, that was a long time ago. Well, I don't know who exactly built the armor, but I know it was one of the high priests of the Obsidian Order who infused my soul in this armor against my will. You guys don't ask as many questions as him. You always don't care about me.
Now Ulrich have friend.
We just don't.
Friends make the best sacrifices.
Well, we just don't consider it a necessity to know all the details of a person's life.
We respect your privacy, lad.
Yeah.
We don't ask someone their age, that's just rude.
Yeah.
We respect your privacy. Also, we don't give a flying shit.
Also, you belong to
But mostly the privacy thing.
Alright. You say where you were unwillingly bound to your armor.
Mm-hmm.
Were you compelled to perform any other acts?
Like, before I was put in the armor, or...
Oh, after.
Which period? in
I was
employment
attached
history?
to that wall for most of that time.
What have you done since you came to the city?
I drove a cart for a long while, then we got ambushed.
Now, when you say a long while, I understand that's a somewhat relative term when speaking of someone of your years. About how long would you say for?
Well, how long I was driving the cart?
Yes.
I don't know, maybe
It was a day or two.
day or two
Yeah.
to get to the city. And then in the city I was driving the car, then we got ambushed by some jerks who tried to take a box.
Oh? What kind of box?
Wooden is for salts, I was told. It was to be delivered to the Marcus estate. And of course we had to deal with the people who attacked us. And then,
Any idea why they wanted this box?
I don't know, it's salt's expensive.
Certainly is. Any idea how they found out about it?
Not really, probably like, what was that? I forget his name, but some guy put up like a reward for stealing the box, I think.
Do you know anything about
Harpy, I think he was.
Harpy, huh?
Yeah. I'm not the best with names, so sorry about that.
Oh, no.
In character or like...
Both.
You mean your character is bad with names or you're bad with names? Yes.
Anyway. So you say you don't know anything about necromancy?
Well, I know it's used to raise, and then I say every single type of undead that's known to the world, and then some that aren't. His list is gonna run out of paper pretty quickly.
You know, a little legal notepad, like a big yellow one.
It's actually a notebook.
Yeah. Most useful tool.
It's
for
not a
police.
clipboard.
Instead of writing down.
No,
just
he-
write
And then again,
He
there's
runs over to the
different-
storeroom and grabs one of the clipboards to continue writing. He's like, oh.
Then again, there's also the offshoot called white necromancy, which is primarily just healing, but usually more agonizing healing, but that's beside the point.
So tell me, how do you know so many different types of undead if you don't know anything about necromancy?
Well, before I was imprisoned, I was a normal paladin, and I used to kill a lot of undead. When I say a lot, I mean a lot.
You have your own like little book of adventures, bestiary. Every time you kill
I
something.
do. I literally do have a
Yeah.
It's written on stone.
Oh, also, could you roll charisma plus construct for your blatant lies of not knowing anything about necromancy?
No, I've been telling quite a lot about necromancy.
You raised a guy from the dead. You clearly know something about it.
I just haven't gone to that part yet.
Oh, must be some strange meaning of the word necromancy.
That's actually a legitimate role.
20.
Alright. He believes you. Which means he suspects Corey. The guy who claimed to see a pillar of light in the sky that no one else has reported seeing. That led him to a ritual circle. And then he conveniently killed the only witness to this ritual before coming here. And very nebulously given reasoning.
Oh, I'm glad this is happening.
Well, thank you for your time, sir.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Oh, this will be good.
You have a good day.
So, Corey.
Are we going to be here for this?
No, probably just him again.
Now, if you don't
Are we still in our respective like rooms, like being
Well, no, because we're still at the
the
estate. We're not.
Yeah, you're on the state. He's basically taking each of you into the stable to talk
Right,
to you.
yeah.
After I leave, I'm going to go over and talk to you about new housing.
We do have a second house, but I am not sure if that still exists because apparently my family's been in financial trouble.
Yeah.
So we may have to go to an inn.
You can also
You'll be
stay
okay.
at the temple.
Or we could also stay at the temple. In fact, we could probably stay. No.
Don't worry,
Never
I'll make
mind.
the excellent.
Apparently, your family also has a secret cave underneath the mansion.
Yes. You opened it with the grandfather clock.
Yes.
But it really needs to be cleaned out. So much bad shit. You
Yeah.
don't even know.
Guano. We actually make a lot of money selling that. That's
Yeah,
fertilizer.
fuel, fertilizer.
Yeah.
Alright, so he calls you to speak to you again.
There's a
As you enter the stables again and see him, you also see there's a number of other watchmen here with him. They weren't there the first time they were talking to you. He was talking to you. So, Parrot, please have a seat.
Oh, you got more questions?
That is your name, right, Parrot?
Yes.
Your family runs the carrier pigeon service in town, correct?
And a lot of other things.
Oh, what sorts of things?
Chicken nut.
Well, have you heard of the Perchance family?
Oh, yes, somewhat.
Yes.
Why don't you tell me a bit about it?
Well, they got a lot of political ties. They've
ancient necromantic
a
toe.
lot of. They've got people with the emperor.
One of the guards in the room leans over and whispers something in the sergeant's ears. Okay, carry on.
The family also runs the Academy of Necromancy in town.
No, it's defense against the dark arts. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna be offense of the dark arts.
Offense using dark
That's a night
arts.
course. We don't
That's
talk
nice.
about that.
That's the AP credits.
Yeah. It's the IB
That's the AP.
course load.
I wasn't exactly the most attentive child. I don't exactly know everything that they do.
Mainly I do homebrew.
When you say you weren't the
wizardry.
most attentive child, what do you mean by that?
They beat me a lot.
Custom magic, that's all.
Well,
He's digging his grave.
I mean, it's a bit of a shame, but
I currently have listed prodigal son, drop out of Magic Academy,
Possible grudge against
and then in
family?
brackets question mark anger issues.
Yeah.
I do kill a lot of things.
Oh.
Now, how often do you kill the homeless in the streets?
at this point, Perry is just looking considerably depressed thinking about all this.
Depression slash
there is
anger
there is
issues.
a reason why I'm like manager of a carrier pigeon service.
I just realized I made a mistake.
Why's that?
Character play?
Well,
last turn,
I accidentally
last game.
botched a spell we were working on and accidentally put an acid arrow through a magic book of my apprentice. It was kind of a bit of the last straw.
Last straw for what?
Well, I spent most of my time showing off to friends and stuff.
No?
Yeah. I mean, like,
Have you ever tried attempting a spell that was perhaps a bit beyond you?
Many times, I might say.
Maybe in the last few days.
Turn my eye blue.
I'm not sure exactly what you're insinuating.
I'm not insinuating anything.
Classic answer.
I'm interrogating.
Easy songs.
I'm rolling intelligence.
Whatever happened to the batch of cookies that left in the kitchen?
I don't like to make insinuations.
They probably burned.
They burned on the stove.
That's not
Like
fair.
burned to a crisp.
They magically like.
Or
Inside
just
the house, you hear ding. Oh, my brownies are done.
You run in to the fire to save them.
Or just holding a platter of cookies. He goes to take one.
Oh,
Oh.
what did my father say?
Damn my lack of taste.
Oh,
No,
What did you get on your roll anyway?
11.
It's actually hard for him to fully open his mouth.
As far as you can tell, he's just asking you questions.
Yeah.
You kind of get the sense he doesn't really respect you very much, but that's sort of a feeling you're familiar with.
Aww.
You feel a bit sad.
+1 depression.
It makes sense. He is a wizard.
Only sorcerers.
You know, I recently sent a letter to them informing them of, someone summoning demons in the city before I ran over. Also told them about the fact that 2 of the dogs recently died as a druid to control them. But that's unrelated.
Please.
Can we
No.
do
Let
questions
me-
later after I get a lawyer or something?
If you feel you need one.
Just
Do you feel you need a lawyer?
digging that hole
That's
deep
a
for me.
great question.
That's my favorite question in every talk show.
I want my lawyer.
We're just talking. Why do you think we
Well.
need it?
That always says when someone of authority shows up in greater numbers, they probably suspect you of something. And
Regalithic Parkus.
Your father seems like a smart man. Why don't you tell me a bit about him?
I hate him!
I heard him.
I hate him, but I want to burn the city to prove I was great.
Then I'll raise him.
Not that.
Then raise him from the grave as the undead and burn him again!
Crap.
Metaphorically?
What kind of magic did you study?
Hmm?
What kind of magic did you study at school?
basic magic, like the stuff that
Arcane.
cantrips.
Arcane. That is the term you are looking for.
They know it's arcade magic. It's an arcade academy.
Disco magic,
Well,
the
I mean,
usual.
it's not, He's looking for more like along the lines of enchantments, illusions, charm spells, like that sort of stuff.
Elementalism.
Necromancy.
What did you major
Well,
in?
recently I got really good at cold magic.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of practice recently with that.
Practice doing what?
Trying
Really?
not to die.
Oh.
I mean, I got ambushed.
Mhm.
I got attacked by my own guard dogs. Almost trampled by a horse. Assaulted by undead. A freaking scary ghoul. It has been a crazy couple of days.
It would be enough to make anyone angry.
I would like just to note, Ulrich doesn't actually get angry, he has the semblance of getting angry.
Can I point something out?
Not
Out of
exactly
character,
angry,
out of game. I think this could be easily solved, like this situation right here, with pointing out the whole situation that happened at the jewelry shop, and the ghoul.
Jewelry shop where you showed up before the watch and everyone was dead, and you had shaky explanations for what you were doing there.
But
Don't bring up the jewelry
but the
shop.
blood splatter analysis, or analyst, knew it wasn't us.
Yeah, they figured out it was that ghoul thing.
Exactly.
The same ghoul thing that he claims he raised.
And I claim I have no idea how to raise things. Well, I technically didn't claim that, I just said I know of a whole bunch of different types of them.
Wait, who claimed who raised what?
He claimed that Ulrich raised the ghoul, which is true,
Yeah.
except Ulrich basically displayed absolutely no apparent knowledge of necromancy to a satisfactory degree, that the officer assumed that Perry had been lying, and Perry also claimed to have seen a giant pillar of light in the sky, which no one else claimed to have seen.
Also
Cuckoo bananas!
Also his right eye is blue. Or was it his left?
One of them. Up to you. Speaking of, you tell me what happened to your eye,
Oh.
How to experiment go?
if you don't mind me asking.
Well, I was trying to investigate a water sprite that was in a fountain. And actually, that was in the same cave as that guy. The magic armor. It got trapped in there during the earthquake. We helped it get out.
to his magic armor. I'm haunted armor, thank you very much.
But you don't know he's referring to you. You just get a sense of
Someone's insulted me. My earholes are burning.
It didn't
He's just
exactly
absorbed
work
sound
right,
around.
so now
He
that
has
I know why,
auditory
and,
senses.
apparently now I can see like magic stuff and everything.
I can see it
Oh,
through the
yeah.
same hole.
It doesn't always work, but when it does, it hurts.
No, not my photoreceptors, not my photoreceptors. Do
So
what you
why I
will,
saw that
filthy
pillar of
meatbag,
light.
I'll never talk.
Ah.
Yeah,
Is there any particular reason you didn't mention this before?
didn't seem relevant.
You didn't feel it was relevant that you possess a magical talent that allows you to see something that no one else witnessed?
It didn't occur to me.
Interesting. That's always the worst thing for a cop to say. Interesting.
Interesting.
You're just like, God damn it.
Versus scribbling.
I'm only mildly insane, officer, I swear.
Shut up, caterpillar. You don't know what you're talking about.
The only thing that made this worse is if you randomly start shouting towards an area where no one was there.
No, he's not schizophrenic.
No, I mean literally you see a person there that's not there that anyone else can see, remember? You can see stuff no one else can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this time.
I like this session.
I'm gonna take this time to ask my dad, where the hell are we gonna move everyone?
He will recommend bringing in the boats that are normally used for the fishing fleet and trying to lodge people on them temporarily while
Alright.
they work on getting the house fixed.
What about Graham? That's not gonna be good for her.
You look over at your grandmother, who is currently bench pressing a horse.
There's 4 imps on each side of that pole.
Right? Somehow I think she'll be okay.
Oh yeah.
She's lifting up the side of the state and pushing some ashes underneath it.
I mean, she's not as tough as she used to be, but
She used to be the dragon slayer, you know.
How'd you think your family got so rich? Jeez.
hordes of dragon loot.
Her adventure spoiled.
At this point, someone else enters the room, and it's a gentleman wearing a robe. You can recognize him as being a mage from the academy. He comes over and speaks to the sergeant briefly, whispering in his ear. Now, this ritual you say you interrupted, what can you tell me about it?
Well, poor fellow was, he was carrying a dagger, and he's cut his own hand with it to pour blood. And that was the flaw, because since he was using...
Which hand did he cut?
Which hand did he cut?
He cut his left hand.
His left hand.
Okay. Sorry? Carry on.
I just imagine that as the interrogator saying, he could have left her.
Yeah, it's that quirk of the tabletop game. Sorry, carry on.
Well, the thing is that when you use a ritual based on something, you usually want to prevent yourself from being, associating something with that on your person when you're doing it. Otherwise, certain things can backfire. So, in order to save Renfield, I used the Ray of Frost to complete that circuit to his leg. It looked particularly painful.
Sort of shorting out the ritual?
Yes, yes.
Interesting. The mage who came in leans over and whispers something to him. Says, Well, thank you for your conversation. It's been most illuminating.
Sure.
Usually when you go to reach his hand, he grabs the other hand and does that and looks at your hand and goes, oh, have a lovely day. You can show you something.
Interesting.
No, I thought he goes shake the hand like, ah! And his hand's pricked with blood. What?
Not quite that bad.
I was just checking to see if his hand was
Sign
cut.
on the dotted
Yeah.
line.
He was seeing if you had lied and said someone else did it. Anyway, he actually says you're free to leave.
Okay.
As you're leaving, you can see he whispers a couple of things to the other men in the room and they file out.
We're gonna be followed.
Right, man? Fire.
No!
Do I recognize the wizard from the cabin?
Roll me your archmage die.
5.
Yeah, you recognize him. He was a particularly hard-assed instructor in basically necromancy and dealing with that sort of thing. Remember, he was basically rode your ass almost constantly, and you'd think he never really liked you.
That's it. That doesn't help.
Now, I have a question. Was he good in his necromancy courses?
Who, Perry?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Okay.
He wasn't good at any of his courses.
That's AKA also known as the only reason why he's being allowed to leave.
One time you're supposed to raise this dog from the grave and he came back normal. What? Clerical magic? What was this?
He tried to raise a dog as a zombie, but he just resurrected it somehow. Alright, well, part of me wants to say that's impressive, but another part of me wants to say that's not at all what I asked you to do.
He was hired to reanimate Rudy.
I said zombie dog, not perfectly healthy and happy dog. God damn it!
You get an F.
Speaking of which, I need to file insurance claim on those dogs. Anyways, I teach.
Remember, to get that show, you have to make sure your TV's struck by the lightning.
Yeah, hang around and try and talk to him.
Yeah.
Hello, Perry.
Doing okay?
Quite.
Is your left toe still purple?
Only on weekdays.
Okay.
Not sure why.
That's a weird distinction. Typically speaking, weekdays have nothing to do with any.
No, they don't.
The tree near my house makes noises
I
during
see
the
you
spring
turned your
time.
eye blue.
Yeah. Sometimes it hurts and I see magic with it.
I would have no experience with a part of your body changing color and sometimes hurting.
Do we see the Archmage go into the stable?
He's not the Archmage.
Or sorry,
He's a mage.
sorry.
Yeah, you can see him head in there.
Okay.
He's Melfior, Lord of Darkness. I mean, wait, what?
When he walks out, I'm gonna ask.
I'm writing down Melfior, Lord of Darkness.
When he walks out, I'm gonna ask him. So, you know the guy in there, the wizard. I put that in quotations, right? Like,
Yes.
how is he with art? Like, just manipulating magic in general
Define manipulate.
to his desires in a good way. No backfiring.
How consistent is you?
How consistent? Yeah.
Well, how could I best put this? You know how fish occasionally walk on land?
No, but sure.
That's about his indebtedness with magic.
Okay. Noted. From now on, don't let him.
Outside of the occasional freak walking catfish, I wouldn't trust it with anything.
Okie dokie.
You hear in the distance,
From now on, no experimentation with my infinite fountain of magic.
But it worked
Nope.
the time.
Half.
It hasn't worked once.
That's a huge rounding up. Like infinite.
I'll roll good eventually.
Eventually, it's only got
Someday I won't kill us.
So yeah, let's never happen again.
Did you do like super well in school? Were you like the teacher's pet on honor roll
you
every
just
year?
got +1 to intelligence.
No, yeah. No. What I did in school was I sat there and the teacher saw me going, and then my test day would come and I go.
Oh, you're that kid. The one everyone hates.
But they had to pass you anyway.
Alright, so it looks like the watch is setting you loose to your own devices, so...
Bye! Come again soon! So I think, based on recent events, we should not investigate the drug dealer. Like, maybe leave that as a note.
Oh, really?
Leave that as a note to the watch to deal with. Maybe we should set off on the adventure that I discovered.
Maybe we should go one day without being,
There's a bit of a problem with
incriminated
that.
in something.
You see,
Yeah.
if we head over to the Dwarf Kingdom now, we're essentially skipping town.
Yeah, but they never told us to stay around.
That's true, he didn't say don't leave town.
Yeah. I
Alright.
think we're
Possibly
okay, though.
because if you leave town, he ranks you as not his fucking problem anymore.
Well,
This isn't like the modern police department. They don't actually give a shit if they apprehend people for crimes, as long as they're not likely to do it again here.
But I'm from here.
Do do it in East Haven, not here.
Well, how much does that?
You
know,
wanna
the
raise the
percentage
rules
that
and
we
burn
get
this
to
people,
sit
you're
here
doing
and
a
not
shadow
sort of
force.
the drug case or the jewelry case. We can just give all the information we have to servants.
Yeah, you know what?
Let her continue.
I'm gonna do that.
Weird.
Actually, no, I'm gonna give it to my watch. Why would I give it to her?
I
No.
think we want to
I
go
want the
here.
drug bust to be.
Yeah, okay. That would make sense.
What do you mean we don't want to go
So-
to the Crusader stronghold?
Really quick question, guys. Are you all okay with us giving the information on the drug dealer case to my family's watch?
I could care less.
Weren't the watch like
Couldn't.
accompanying us during this?
No,
Didn't
they were
record?
helping us investigate the jewelry store murders.
Oh.
So yeah. So what? Elodie, Corey,
Hmm?
or Perry?
Perry.
Would you guys care
About what?
giving off the case of the drug dealers?
Maybe.
Horace and
Well, not to these particularly watch that are currently working on this case.
Hey guys who suspect me of criminal activity, can I give you some information about criminal activity that I have nebulous reasons for knowing?
Exactly.
well, no, I would be the one giving it to the people of my watch.
I poke you on the shoulder a couple times.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't imply yourself with more crimes today.
Well, I'm giving it
Just
to
today though, tomorrow's a new day.
No, I'm giving it to my family's watch.
Whatever.
Just leave an anonymous tip or whatever.
That's kind of hard
Or
to do.
the animated suit of
yes,
armor.
the anonymous tip.
Anonymous tips are kind of hard to do in the day of no phones.
Carrier
Look,
pigeon.
it's very easy.
No phones and also magical tracing.
Yes, and also, because doing that, you have handwriting, which is easily matchable.
It's not actually easily matchable, but yeah.
More so than an anonymous phone tip from a payphone.
Simple, really. I'll just switch hands then.
Or somehow
I can't make any sense of this. It's just gibberish.
So yeah, if you're all cool with
The
that,
real trick for changing
Yeah.
your handwriting.
I'm gonna give it to
is
my
put a
family's
weight on your
watch
hand
to take
Yeah.
in as
and then hold the
a
pen.
bust, so that they can get the money from that.
This is what Ulrich's handwriting looks like.
Another handy one is just tilt the page you're writing on, so you're forced to write at a weird angle.
Yeah.
It'll throw off some distance.
In any case, if you're all
Not
cool
that I
with
know a great deal about faking my own handwriting.
if you're all cool with that, I'm gonna give it to my watch,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna be off to bring the rightful king to his throne.
Speaking of such, your hair should learn that for the world dark, so be useful.
I'll have to see.
You think
if
my
I can
character,
get
who's a
someone
con
from-
artist and forger, doesn't know
so,
that?
like
I
right now,
know.
you're voted 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to 5, or 4 to 1. So it's gonna happen.
No, I mean.
Technically, he's voted 3 and I don't care to 1.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less.
I say we skip town before we get imprisoned.
We're not skipping town.
No,
We're just
you
leaving.
live here. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just leaving.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I'll have to get someone to fill in at the pigeon place.
That's your deal. Okie dokie.
Yeah. You can call in sick. You can
So
call
are
in-
we, so are
call
we
in
gonna talk?
sick for blue eye.
Now, Perry.
What time?
Clearly,
45
no
minutes.
one cares. Just do whatever you want.
I'd like to talk to the dwarf cleric.
That's how I live
Yeah.
my life.
What do you need?
I mean, like the ward, Grumpy.
Oh, Connor.
Sure.
Um,
Mind him. He's hanging around next to Doc.
Was
So,
it Black Anvil?
do you have any plans to go back to the
What?
Mountain soon?
Was it Black Anvil?
Well, I'm
Black
the
Anvil?
current High
Connor
Priest of
Black
Arcana here in the city.
I
so
don't
it's
know.
my
All I
duty
know
to
is
attend to the funeral
Connor
of
and
the
Grumpy.
King.
Okay.
And you know Volcana is the dwarven deity of death, birth, and something else.
Okay. I'm assuming you're here with me
Yeah, sure.
in the conversation. I lean over and ask, should I tell him what I saw?
Go ahead.
Okay. I had a vision of some turmoil going on in the Dwarven Kingdom.
Oh?
It seemed, my Dwarven friend here seemed to help me interpret it as some turmoil in a fight over the throne. And what I saw was actually a guiding light as you, essentially pointing you out as the true heir.
Flatterer. Why don't you tell me a little about this vision, lad?
So basically, I had a vision of the Dwarven Kingdom in chaos, and an upside
You
down,
say chaos. What kind of chaos?
like fighting, some fire, I think,
Inverted crown.
So.
and an inverted crown in the sky.
So basic Tuesday.
And when I woke up, I saw a glowing light or halo around you, and yeah,
And you say you think this was turmoil regarding kingdomship?
Yes. Specifically referring to the inverted crown.
Interesting.
And with the news of
Well,
the
the
death of the
inverted
Dwarf
crown
King.
might simply signify the Low King's death.
Yes, but the turmoil itself and you as a guiding light show that you're probably the person to fix it.
Well, I'm not generally one to put a great deal of stock in divisions, especially ones delivered to me secondhand. But I was planning to head back there, and I'll certainly try to prevent any such chaos.
Okay. Would you accept us as your guard party? Since a lot of,
to the Dwarven Kingdom.
especially since a lot of your friends just died to the ghoul.
Yes, they did indeed. Well, I certainly wouldn't have any objection to an escort.
Okay.
Does he have any
And-
objections to us being escorts though?
Yes. Deep
And-
objection.
And along that line, if you were to become king, or you knew, like, were a good friend of the person to become king, you could put in a good word, maybe have the Hipparchus family become a major trade holder with the Dwarven Kingdom, that'd be great.
I was wondering when we'd get around to a point.
Just trade. Just a trade agreement.
Well, I honestly don't see myself becoming Low King. I mean, I'm only third in line of my family, and it's if my family is selected to take the throne at all. But
Just a good
I can certainly pass around word. I mean,
I'm only second to the
assisting
throne.
in slaying the creatures. Certainly something. Thanks. Roll me a charisma check. You can add merchant prince.
18.
I seem like a decent guy. Sure, why not?
Yes.
I'd put in a word or two. I can't guarantee it'll do anything.
That's fine. That's all I ask.
Well, anyway, I was planning to head out tomorrow, so
Will do.
perhaps get some rest, I think.
Would you like to take the ships? Can we sail them?
I don't
No.
think so. That's why I got the map out.
Not even a little bit.
If you want to go like this,
You
Yes.
don't want to.
Yeah.
You can't sail up Jedna's Folly. It's like a series of waterfalls.
Yeah.
if
the
you have
dwarf-
a
the
really
dwarves-
sweet ship, you can.
The dwarves actually have a tradition of certain insane members of their group try to go down the rapids in barrels. That's how it got the name Jedna's Folly. She was the first dwarf to try and do that.
Oh, God.
It's basically like Niagara Falls.
Okay.
And it's actually Forge you would be going to up here.
Ah.
You
Well,
would
we can
probably
take
be
the road.
going by virtue of Anvil, though, because there's an underground road there.
Okay. Let's do that.
Hey, Perry. At this point, you get that twisting feeling in your gut. Some of the wards you set up on around your pigeon coops have gone off.
Uh-oh.
Someone's mucking about with your stalls. Again.
Can I borrow a horse? I'll bring it back.
You know,
What's
more or
up,
less
buddy?
one piece.
I'll replace it if it goes
I
down.
think he was collateral.
Hey,
And it's not that,
Give him the ghoul figure.
and it's not exactly me doing that. It's more so probably my dad.
Also, worth keeping in mind, you guys do have a wagon stored here.
Yeah.
So you could just take one of those horses.
oh right, we have a
Sorry,
horse.
those horses belong to me.
Technically, they do.
No, they don't.
Well, I mean, no. He convinced the
The guards.
yeah.
The
Crusaders.
Crusaders.
Oh, yeah.
They're crusader horses.
They gave you a wagon that allegedly belonged to them.
So technically speaking,
Someone is mucking with my pigeon coops. I need to get
I
it
thought
fast.
mucking out stalls was good.
It is coming on. It's basically come on dawn by now.
Yeah.
They had to wait for the fire to go out, and then they were targeting you.
Don't worry, I'll transform into a car and we'll roll out.
You can do that?
No. Idiots.
No.
Not till I get to 7th level.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I am working on it.
Then I become a cavalier and I transform into
Okay,
horses
okay.
at something else.
payment is what I have in mind more so.
I need big tank tracks, you understand?
Yeah, I can
So,
see what
we
that's
got
looking for.
we have a horse. Apparently, it's a horse we already have, so don't need to pay you. Who's gonna become a
Just bring it back in at least one piece or two.
king? You, I like.
2 at the outside.
You would, yeah.
I can handle 2.
I
As long as it's like one big piece and one much smaller piece.
Then I can work my... Never mind.
My entire
my
legitimate
taxidermy
healing power.
skills and you know, stuff it.
Anyone gonna hop along?
Yeah, sure. I feel like I need to hit something that's easier to kill than that ghoul.
Pigeons are real easy to
You
kill.
really don't want me to kill my crush birds.
Okay.
I've also
Speaking of birds, as you're manage to unhook your horse and get it out the stable and you're sort of heading toward the gate, you see a large flock of pigeons erupting from the direction of your family estate, your family pigeon coops, flying up into the air. All of them seem to scatter in various directions. Looks like someone broke all your coops open.
No, boo.
As far as you can tell, they're flying normally. A large number of them fly to just other parts of the city.
Hold
I
on.
gotta say,
I'm seeing if any man said he's
Guild
accidentally caused
vendetta
magic.
against the player characters' families.
Did I do that?
But a GM screwing with your character's family? No GM has ever done that in history.
Are you like serious?
Man, Trevor, I'm so glad everybody ever has known is
I mean, your
dead.
family is dead.
That's,
Because I crit rolled a save.
She wouldn't have been dead, she would have just been missing.
The problem
She would have
is,
come back later
is
and
success
and
cause
dead
magic
back.
or failure cause
She is
magic?
now the.
What did he roll?
Depends if I have homebrew wizardry and if it's intelligence or something else.
Probably be a saving throw.
A saving throw.
Okay, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 10 on the die, so
Best thing is it's really hard.
Your hat
to
catches
take away
fire.
any of my weapons.
where are you at? How do I have a hat?
A hat appears and then catches fire. It appears on fire. It looks a lot like
Straw hat.
Melfior, the Lord of Darkness, your former necromancy instructor's hat.
Oh
Was it on fire when you saw it last?
We're gonna try and put out the fire.
no. By throwing water on him.
I got magic means to do that.
Great.
Afraid of
That's
frost.
even- Yeah.
Freezes the tip, crooks it down.
Actually,
No, it's now on those blue flames from the Legend of Zelda, which are actually cool for some reason.
gonna dig through the rubble, looking for anything salvageable.
There's not a lot salvageable,
Yeah.
because you gotta basically go up the stairs to the third floor. The fourth floor is a complete write-off.
For sure.
The third floor, here and there, you can find stuff kicking around, but
No, I'm trying to
it's
get.
all what you would be called smoke damage.
I'm just trying to get any value out of the house as much as
Yeah,
possible.
the servants and other members of your staff are currently digging around looking for stuff.
Yeah. I go to my room actually. Look around in there.
Your room is on the fourth floor.
Yeah.
It's gone.
It's
Like
fine.
the fourth floor burnt and
My
collapsed.
pirate collection.
You find a single piece of pyrite and shed a single badly tear.
As it suddenly turns just to dust in your hands.
They're not rocks, Marie. They're minerals.
Have you put any thought into me swallowing that dagger a while ago?
Did you swallow a dagger?
Yes, then you rolled a 6 on it, say, oh, you're gonna get something good out of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did do
The necromancy dagger.
that. There was a thing.
Sacrificial dagger, thank you very much.
Necromancy.
He wasn't doing necromancy. I'm the only one who does necromancy around here.
I thought you didn't know anything about necromancy.
No, I'm talking about in real life. I'm the only one who does necromancy in this room.
Yeah.
Right, yes. After you swallowed the dagger, your armor started to feel kind of hot. You're not really sure why, because you haven't felt heat in such a very long time, but you also noticed some sigils started appearing in red on the shoulder blades and across the chest, all over the thing. You have got armor of warding, so it's +1 to your AC, obviously. And you gain resistance 12 plus to any attack that targets your physical defense or mental defense.
Cool.
Whenever you're targeted by a magical attack, the armor glows brightly with bright red runes indicating patterns of the Diabolist. Normally they're invisible.
Physical and mental, you said?
Yep. So basically when you get hit with magic attacks.
The Diabolist.
Sweet, I told this.
Its quirk is that it causes you to stretch and meditate whenever you're inactive.
Stretch.
Yeah, do stuff like this.
Oh, okay.
He does that a lot.
Well, Ulrich doesn't do that a lot, though. He stands stock still all the time.
Only when he's pretending to be an actual piece of armor.
Wait, does this mean he has 2 magical items now?
Yeah, he's
also
also
level
too.
My magic
As everyone else.
limit is at 2 right now, so yeah.
No
If he gets
magical
another
items.
Hey, we're gonna leave town the
You have a
next
magic
day.
item.
I still haven't
My
been to the
staff.
temple.
You have a magic necklace.
I do?
Yes. You got it in like the first adventure, Bad.
You He forgot.
It gives you +1 to all saves while you have 10 or fewer hit
Oh
points.
yeah, Gem Revival.
All
And
shall
that gives you
fear me.
bonuses
I'm now
to,
at 20
death
AC.
Yeah, Gem Revival. Got it. Sorry.
How much AC?
20.
Which is fair. You'll be attacked a lot more.
I still need that magic shield.
I still need cookies to visit the damn temple before we leave town. Now they're just gonna have these store-bought.
Well, you can use the charred cinders of my home to make them.
No.
Wait, do I now have...
Do you make toast marshmallows?
Yeah, just
in
like
your burning
s'mores.
house?
Yeah,
Make
there's
s'mores.
s'mores.
Do I have red shoulder pads now or something? What is this?
Sure.
Oh,
Whatever you want.
does
Your armor is black. When you get targeted with a magical attack, red sigils appear all over your armor, and all of them are basically
thinking, like-
diabolic scripts.
Lining the breastplate, maybe?
So next time I see this, I'm gonna look at you and be like, "What the fuck?"
They are, I will say, blatantly obvious when they activate.
Yeah. So next time that happens, I'm actually gonna freak out because I have a negative
They
relationship. with
glow
yellows.
like red neon.
You got black armor, it's like got those neon tube lights going around on all the seams.
I'm one of the best.
You look like a
computers
character from Tron.
Do you have spinners on your
ever.
arms?
Wow, I'm a computer, don't you know?
So,
His eyes have spinners.
what do I...
That's how they rotate.
And he has hydraulics in his legs.
Like
Do you have an
Robocop style.
undercarriage light? When you walk around, is there just like a pool of light at your feet?
Yes.
If it's nighttime.
Yes.
He had himself gold plated.
Like no, it's like literally just like
Sorry.
a ring around you, just barely enough to encompass your feet.
Anyway,
It's one of those things in a video game, like
What do
Neverwinter
I
Nights, how you have that
So-
ring around the character. It's basically
so
that.
is anyone going with Perry?
He is.
Yeah.
I am.
Alright, so Doc's going with Perry. You want to visit the
I'm gonna help with the recovery of the home and rest of. Wait, so tomorrow, as in tomorrow from this dawn, or tomorrow as in today?
tomorrow from this dawn.
Okay.
I'm at the well.
Alright.
I'm gonna one off.
I go. Thanks.
Sorry.
Well,
I'm gonna ask Ulrich to help with clearing the rubble, specifically speaking, because he is a giant.
Heavy
Construct.
lifting. Yeah.
alright, Perry. When you find your way back to the
Fine.
coops, at your house, you will see that the back gate to the pigeon coops has been broken down. Looks like someone basically took an axe to the fencing and tore it down and cut all the little links on it. All of the pigeon coops are open and empty, which is very deeply saddening to you.
It's gonna take a long time to get all those pigeons back.
Oh yeah, I can tell you like as general information the way carrier pigeons work
Yeah.
is
Come
they
back.
fly back. They fly to a specific place.
Yeah.
So what you do is you pick them up, cart them somewhere, and then they will fly back to that place.
Yeah.
So you have messengers and such set up who will cart pigeons back, but it'll take several days.
And cost you money.
So obviously, whoever did this isn't aiming to destroy your pigeons. They're just.
Like, he didn't burn the coop down. He didn't
Exactly,
set your house
yeah.
on fire. He just set all the pigeons free.
Cough, cough.
Apparently,
Going into your house, you will see that the back door has been pried open, and you can see that your desk has been opened and some paper is missing. Other than that, you don't notice anything missing though.
Yeah.
Do I remember what papers were missing?
Blank paper. It looks like someone took a piece of paper or whatnot to write on, basically.
They sent
So,
out a message and
The pen is wet.
it to be noticed.
Okay.
You would guess they sent a message out and set everything else free, so it wouldn't be obvious which one was carrying a message.
Okay, I'm going to take this pen since it's been used by whoever wrote it. It will be useful.
What are you
Object reading or such.
There is a knock on your door.
Who is it?
Courier.
Okay. Open the door.
There is a man standing outside. He is wearing a red and gold cloak, which is an indication of basically the Imperial Courier Service. They carry messages from the Empire itself, the Imperial City and Axis. With him are 2 bodyguards. You actually do recognize this guy. He occasionally shows up to send basically missives to other Imperial cities and whatnot. Evening, Perry.
Evening.
I've got a message here for you to deliver.
Okay.
He hands you a small rolled up letter. It's to be delivered to the city of Forge for the hand of the Low King staff.
Oh. Well, turns out I'm gonna have to deliver this by hand. All my pigeons were set loose.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well, this message is fairly urgent, so You're gonna have to go overland. Tell you what, here. He takes his cloak off. and hands it to you.
Advice.
Yay! You've
I
been
actually do
promoted.
appreciate this. Finally, can go to the Dwarven City, the place I hate so much.
I'm gonna set so many dwarves on fire.
Yeah, as a pre-word, I'm gonna say to your character, when we get there, try not to kill many dwarves.
What are you talking
I like how you say many dwarves.
Yeah, at
Not
least let them.
Why
like,
would I
avenge you
ever
from
do
the
that?
first
I'm property of the dead Dwarven King, don't you know?
Try to only kill the bad ones. And by the bad ones, I mean the ones going against our will.
The courier hands you his cape. The courier's cape. Same magic item.
You get the creepiest smile ever when you say that.
He says, hopefully this will help keep you from receiving undue harassment over the course of
You
your
get the
journey.
Joker smile, it's like cut throats.
No, I mean literally twist.
We have-
much
Oh,
appreciated.
Try to only kill the ones that will not bend to our will.
Our
as
mission is
farming.
gaining legitimacy.
Godspeed, man.
Alright, and
At that point, he starts heading away.
tell your.
He turns a corner
Well,
as you're thinking of words.
well, just trying to think of someone that we both know that he's close relations with. You know, it's like whoever that is.
Bill from
that I said
accounting.
hi. That's essentially what I was trying to say.
Yeah, whatever.
Tell Marianne I said hi.
Yeah.
Do you look at the note
Tell
that he
my
wants to send?
wife.
If you look at the note, it is a small rolled up scroll. It bears an imperial seal in wax. It also bears the mark of the
I
archmage.
have no opinions one way or the
You
other.
know
about
pretty
this.
quickly that opening a diplomatic message like this is a real bad idea.
Ooh, shiny message.
I mean, baseline, it's a serious criminal offense. Secondarily, it's got the archmage's mark on it. That's usually an indicator. It's sort of like a big neon sign that says "Do not read," on pain of pain.
If you open this, the Archmage will immediately know.
Like if you look at the sigil carefully, like the hologram pops and go.
So like around the archmage just appears. He's like, watching you, buddy, all the time.
All the time.
Oh, you think you're safe on the John? No.
What about the pigeon that was injured? You know, had his wing injured. I doubt that one flew away.
He hobbled away on the
No,
ground.
probably not. Lying on the ground outside of his cage.
That one was sold to the chicken hut.
Aww.
Roll the saving throw.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
I love causing chaos.
Hey, I have to roll a saving throw for my grandma. That's right.
It's missing.
Aww.
You're not sure where it's gone.
He's not in the pigeon hospital, obviously.
There's a new special on at the chicken hut, though.
No, nothing that obvious.
Okay. First, I need to write an insurance claim for the dead dogs.
You
Get
gotta
new
let me
dead
work,
dogs. Get a replacement
insurance
work
this time?
here while I am off at the forge.
Is there insurance in this day and
There's a
age?
lot of police cars.
Not really.
No. So while everyone else was being sort of
Also, I'm
interrogated-
expecting a visit from my teacher about a certain missing hat.
He somehow
He probably somehow knows that it was you, and he's just like, forget it, it's not worth.
So you guys are all slated to leave tomorrow for the city of Forge. Jeffrey, you, however, are approached by a dwarven courier who would like you to leave tonight. He wants you to head to Forge because currently there are some suspicions regarding the naturalness of the little king's death, and
Yeah.
they'd like you to come and take a look.
How old was Low King when he died? Only 200 years or something?
436.
I wanted it to be really low, so it's obvious that he was murdered. Arrgh.
No, but it's like Odin.
How old do
Spoilers.
books get in here? Like 1,000?
Depends. I don't have a hard and fast number. 436 is pretty old.
He's got gray in his beard?
Spoilers,
Yes.
it's like 4-1, where he was slated to be dead soon, but then just mysterious circumstances.
Anyway.
Enough time?
Alrighty.
I'm
Have a
actually
card scene.
got something planned when he does show up.
Oh, yeah.
If he does, my teacher.
Did you ask him to be with you?
I have his hat.
You do have his hat. You're not sure if that means he's going to come looking for you. Or if he
why
necessarily
didn't
knows where it went.
Well, he knows where I work and where I live.
So I guess I'm leaving now.
Soon.
Yeah.
You should
I'm
maybe.
gonna tell Lewis.
Are you gonna tell us that you're leaving somewhere and to meet up with you again?
For sake of him not being here the next couple days, no.
Yeah, this is what I meant when I said I can come up with something for you.
Yeah,
Carry on doing.
Yeah, I'll be.
I'm gonna tell Lewis about the potential deal that might be coming in.
Alright. He's certainly excited about that deal.
Yeah.
Make sure it happens.
I will have a countersign thought up.
I have a call and answer code. The call is, "Hey Doc, is that you?" The answer is, "Yeah, it's me." I feel like this could be more elaborate.
Whatever works.
Yeah, but they're going to be expecting an elaborate code.
Exactly. Tell the magical piece of armor that the new Dwarf King will own that I'm stealing Susan.
No, the secret code is the ale here is quite nice.
And you're in the middle of a forest.
The response is, "Do you mean the pale ale?" Callbacks.
So you're stealing my horse?
Yes.
You son of a bitch. I said I wanted it back in the day, damn it. How many horses were driving the car before? I think it was 2.
Not gonna lie.
I can trust a wizard with the horses, but not a dwarf.
Cleric might have one. Or a few because his entire party died.
Well, actually, it was just a huge amalgam of faiths. Basically, I was staying at the a huge interfaith temple, and we all just marched in a procession together to celebrate the Low King's death. Actually, a few of them might not have even been a part of the original procession, where part of it was we try to find all the dwarves we can find. And
No, I know, but I'm assuming that they're gonna have a cart.
yeah.
I never read cards.
You're too far.
You got a
You
magic
can't
item.
reach him.
I like over there though. I have to like stretch.
I will tell you.
No, you have to go like.
I will tell you guys this.
Also, who's going to be passing you secret information? Your family that died thousands of years ago?
The ghosts.
I'm gonna tell you guys this. This probably won't affect you in any negative way.
Some random.
Probably. That's very
Probably.
reassuring.
Well, no, because you can't insure anything,
Yeah.
especially with this guy.
It's actually somewhat convenient
This
that
prick that can hear everything we say.
Yeah.
So
Determined to screw with us.
the one guy that does get notes is out of your reach, so it makes sense, I guess.
So yeah.
Yeah, he tries to pass you a note. I grab it and like, ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Here.
Wow, chlamydia. Didn't know suits of armor could get that.
It has to do with the Diabloist, don't ask.
It's a long story.
Yeah, so I'm assuming the cleric is gonna be taking a wagon himself, so let's hop a hitch a ride with them.
He stole my wagon too!
He'll be taking his own wagon. I'll be taking my own horse because I am not so.
I like that
Based.
Harry took one of the horses and Doc took the other horse. There's just a forlorn wagon. No team.
No team of horses. Can't we borrow your family's horses and we'll just take them?
Well, it seems like I'm gonna have to pull
Lunas
the
is
car.
perfectly willing to lend you horses if you're going to try and secure trade contracts with the Dwarf King.
Yeah, he's such the handsomest horse in his stable.
We'll do one of these. My house kind of
Hey, what
just
about
burned
that
down.
stableman you completely
Just saying.
terrified?
I'm sorry, you
He
want
has a lot of
us to
horses.
accompany you on a trip you're taking
Sure.
to get trade contracts.
No, I'm accompanying him on my horse. How you get there's your own business.
In that case.
My house kind of just burned down.
Oh,
Your brand's okay.
Could you roll me your icon dice?
Don't worry, you'll get used to
Okay.
it after a while.
No, I'm changing.
1-5 for priestess negative.
Trevor has made it my goal in this campaign to restore my family's honor. And
By nickel and diving my party to the underside of death.
yeah.
I just pull my cart and run really fast.
Yes.
Yes!
If you wish to.
I'll just use my tank tracks on my feet to move really fast and pull the cart.
You're welcome, by the way.
Actually, Dorothy, Elodie heads back to the
Installing you new train tracks.
No, I have those to
That's
begin
where
with.
everyone's staying
Ancient Aztec secret tank tracks.
The people there don't seem particularly happy to have you hanging around in the temple.
By the way, ancient, stole my horse.
But
How
One of them-
long do we ask one of them?
All the better for your absence.
When I even like unload my pack, I'm just like, how's mom? Right, I'll see you
They're going to
guys.
tell you that they've received an invitation to attend the coronation of the new Dwarf King that's coming in a few weeks. And, well, basically, it's the medieval equivalent of parking being a nightmare. They'd kind of like you to head up there first to reserve rooms for them. And then wait out a couple of weeks in the Dwarven Citadel, tell the rest of them to get off their asses and get over there.
Kind of use the missions like this.
Yes, you're being doing
Go
scout
for
work.
missions, yeah. Go for this. Go for that.
Wait, what? Your family's in the city?
No, not in this city. In the.
Okay, so I'm
It's
like,
like a quorum.
I was like, the hell? Why the hell did you stay at my house?
Free
Because
room and board.
yeah.
Her
Don't have to
family
pay
doesn't
food
like
that way?
her.
Actually, she's actually so nosy. That's why she's gonna just stay at random people's houses just to gather random gossip for no reason. It's just her thing.
If your house hadn't burned down, you'd found your underboard drawer rifled through.
I'm like, the hell?
My mags are gone.
Fuck is my underwear?
So,
Cologne bottle
should I roll
is
Icon dice to see what happens during my adventures while I'm gone?
Sure.
Goddamn underwear nose!
I've got a 5 for the priestess.
Oh, we're rolling for this round?
No, just him because he's not going to be here for a few days. Alright. So you guys have your missives and messages to send out on the tomorrow. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before you head out?
While those guys were actually being interrogated, could I have been like chatting up the cops and especially the female cops where the best bakeries in town? I maybe I can set up like a play date to go and pick up some of them after they get off their shift in the morning.
I tell Lunas not to make any more.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm gonna tell my dad not to make any more of those kinds of deals, but still like try to do some legitimate work. Well, he's gonna do, whatever.
No, he would never do that without your immediate say so.
Well,
I figured I'd just let the business flounder, fuck it.
Well, I mean, as far as like what I've seen, like I gotta take over. So
You challenge my authority, boy.
yes.
He's cracking his knuckles. You want to try to fight him?
Hands on fire. I was like, what?
Are you actually going to try to fight your dad for
No.
ownership of the
No, I'm
family?
not. I'm just saying, like, from your history so far, I don't think you're like exactly in the right place of mind. So I gotta make sure.
I don't think you're exactly right in the head, boy. If you think you can take the family out from under me.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to make sure that this family survives.
Yeah, he's not in the best, happiest of day today.
No, you're currently doing what is called trying his last nerve.
You hear from downstairs, the hell are my horses?
Wait, is this the next day?
If you'd like it to be the next day.
No, I'm worrying because are you asking where your horses are?
No, I'm just shouting that downstairs.
Yeah, so it'll be the next day for that.
Well, no, because he took one of them to go visit his house, and he took one of them leaving early.
That's my point. It's the next day, like when we're supposed to leave, and he's like, "Where the hell are my horses?"
Look at my horses.
Alright.
All right.
So, since apparently a teacher isn't going to be coming, I'm going to be doing this myself.
Okay.
I'm going to get an empty sheet of paper, some ink. I'm going to write a sigil around the paper. Magically infuse the pen, a bit of mage hand so it will move around and stuff. I'm going to try to get it to replicate the last message it was written with.
Oh.
Roll to see if your house burns down.
Close.
I'm not going to be doing this.
You are rolling homebrew wizardry. Don't roll low. How many PC's houses can I take in a day?
It's not the first time it's been set on fire.
You can't take my house, it's already destroyed, you bastard!
The pigeon coop further falls apart.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's a 17.
Oh.
17, 18, 19.
The only message that comes up is, fuck you, asshole.
26.
Ah, nice. You do not get a complete message, but you do get something. You get a message, it's seems like it's detailing travel plans to be heading to Forge and intentions of meeting up with contacts there. That's about all you get though. It is signed V.
It almost
Oh.
seems like
Underneath
trying to guide
in
us
brackets,
story.
it says,
Let's take the train.
follow the plot, signed GM.
Not quite.
this almost seems ham-fisted.
Actually, it kind of seems
Actually,
like
this
as
is
if
fairly elegant. I'm not railroading. Railroading is forcing you to do something. All I'm doing is dropping a shitload of hints for you to do something.
No, absolutely. If it was ham-fisted, it'd be a bunch of dwarven guards show up, take you prisoner.
Hand-fisted would be the Watch arresting you and declaring that for some reason your community service punishment is going to Forge.
Yes, exactly.
And of course, my reason going to Forge is don't want to be in the town to be arrested. And number 2, I like to fuck with dwarves.
This is true.
You were gonna go there
You
anyway.
have a long-standing tradition of fucking with dwarves.
You're welcome that you had to make up one for me. I
Alright.
shut myself.
Yay!
So you guys gonna head out and town then?
Yeah,
How much time we have?
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Alright. That sounds like just enough time for you guys to start getting out of town.
Yeah, I managed to drop off store-bought cookies.
Is there anything you'd like to buy before leaving town? Like
That's what
healing
we did.
potions or
I'd like
anything
to
like that?
sell the jewelry I got.
food, water,
In other words, get the gold
first
and roll
aid.
on. Are we?
Charisma plus thieving is
Okay.
I want
12, 16.
16? Alright, yep. You managed to fence it off. Get cash for it. I think I gave you a gold
100.
value for it.
So it's safe to say I can
Actually,
have one of my
down.
employees watch the place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can have little Greg watch the place.
That's
It's
why.
called Little Greg, but he's massively obese.
That's why you shouldn't micromanage. You're supposed to hire people who are competent.
Well, Little Greg's plenty competent at raising pigeons.
No, that's like
He's not very competent in the art of not eating 3 pizzas a day. But
No, but
And he's not very good
Oh.
at chasing people who
what I'm saying is the whole point of
who
being a manager.
release all the
is that
pigeons.
You
I
should
thought you were
know.
going to say eating 3 pigeons a day.
yeah,
It's pigeon pizzas.
He has a pigeon of the month card for the Dave's Chicken Hut.
It's
Every
pigeon
month has been
pizzas.
punched for the last 6 years.
What was his name again? Greg or something?
Greg, Little Greg.
Oh damn it, Greg! Stop eating the pigeon feed.
I haven't done that since last year, man.
Also, I was wondering if, basically, my character has a crossbow. I'm wondering if I could keep that on my arm and tie a rope to it. I have sort of like a grappling thing on my arm.
Possibly.
You'll have to switch it in and out of battle.
How much would a large, and I say large, I mean fitting my character, large trench coat / also with a hood cost?
Large inconspicuous cloak. You can get one stitched together for you, maybe.
Like, I only have a +1 to my AC.
something
Or,
of actual good quality that's not
Maybe
gonna fall
maybe
apart.
like a giant cloak for like a warhorse. That might fit you.
You find a refurbished tent.
I'm fine with it being made of canvas.
It's just 5 silver.
Okay.
Big old cloak.
I bought the best cookies in town and wrapped it in a giant box and I hand delivered them. How much gold would that cost me?
Probably like 2 silver.
Can I check it out, Renly?
Pardon?
Can I check on Renly? His name?
Renfield?
Renfield.
He's awake now.
What happened?
I was in town doing some shopping and so someone grabbed me from behind and hit me over the head.
All right.
I don't remember much. I was in a circle with a bunch of blades stuck in the ground, and some guy cut his hand open and dripped blood on me. And your friend, the guy with the beard and whatnot, he helped me.
Okay. You get better.
I don't know if your character actually has a beard, does
No, he doesn't have a beard.
he? He hallucinated a beard.
maybe he was talking about me.
I tell him you get better. House burned down. You know that. And go talk about that.
Just so you know how my healing hasn't turned out so well. Remember, I used my healing on him. Just to let you know. By the way, the guy who sold me the cloak totally said it was known as the all-powerful Cloak of Doom, and that's why I bought it. It cost me a full gold piece.
You bought it.
You just don't want to write half gold pieces on your sheets.
No.
Yeah. That's it.
Roll me a wisdom check.
It just cost me 10 silver instead, that's all.
Shite.
You can add merchant prince.
Not gonna help too much. 5.
Yeah, you guys
Renfield looks
should
pretty
hold
tired.
him.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
He's looking quite pale, in fact.
Well, he's in an infirmary. I'm gonna hope that.
He is kind of pale.
I'm gonna hope that's in good hands. He is a moon elf. I mean, a half moon elf. So.
He's pale even for a moon elf.
All right. Well, I'm assuming the clerics will know what to do.
He goes back to eating his raw steak. No.
Renfield asked if you've heard the voice of Sauron recently.
He says something about flesh. No. Alright, so you guys.
Like, I can't do anything about it.
Right, you Shanghai a couple of horses from
Yeah.
Hipparchus estate and shackle them onto your wagon.
I'm writing down.
You take his personal
I'm writing down
favor.
that grocery
By
list.
the way, you technically did see me heal him with the hand of blood.
Yeah, but you know.
Let's not mention it to the guy recovering from
Yeah.
a shocking night. of
You've been
events.
healed by the power of the dark gods.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna mention that to the cleric when I saw him. How about that?
Yeah, maybe that
Cleric's
help
like-
his
Ah, Christ.
add it to its chart.
Get the purification candles. Again.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna take my horse.
Renfield says he's completely fine while being on the roof.
Riding along.
No, I'm fine.
I mean, he's holding onto the ceiling.
By the way, I would, as a riding policy, I would say keep the dwarf in the cart with at least one person with him at all times, while the rest of us stay outside the cart on watch.
Why is that?
So, you know, we protect the guy we're supposed to be protecting.
Oh. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
When you arrive to be head out of town, you actually see there are 2 carts here. One that has him and a few other dwarves, a bunch of the other dwarven priests in it, and there's another one that has like a bunch of, looks like more like dwarven commoners, guys with axes and stuff like that,
Why do we need to bring a cart?
for you to ride it.
Damn it! Wouldn't there be enough space?
My cart's the one you guys ride.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm assuming,
By the way, I wrote my name on it, so it's mine.
I'm gonna say a riding pattern would be you inside the cart with a dude.
I'm pulling the cart. What are you talking about?
Apparently he said.
You want to keep Connor in your cart?
Well, oh wait, never mind.
You guys might want to, I don't know, chat and get friendly.
I'll do it. There you go. I'll ride him in their cart.
Nah, I'm just a wagon
Okay.
driver, that's all.
Actually, I have my horse. What am I doing?
Well, the horse is pulling the cart,
Yeah.
unless he wants to pull the cart.
No, I'm just driving the wagon because I have 5 dots on that by now.
Alright, so
I knew
you guys are gonna ride in the cart
tricks
by
in this
yourself?
wagon.
I'll be riding with Connor.
Okay, there's not really room in that cart.
One more thing.
Up front,
But that's where the driver is sitting.
wouldn't there be enough space for 2?
Well, there's someone sitting there.
So there's one person. There's one person.
Yeah,
The 2 sitting
there's another person sitting there.
Fine. I'll be in the back of the car.
Like, it looks like they packed their carts deliberately.
I'll ask
Like, to be
Connor.
full.
I'll ask Connor to ride with us.
Make a charisma check.
11 plus 3, which would be
My
15.
car definitely doesn't have a no dwarves allowed on its
I
sign.
don't know. Just like extra protection.
Me
You
and
must-
the other.
You misspeak
Why
this
would I-
tall to
why would I
ride.
need protection. Me and the other dwarves were gonna play some gin rummy.
Alright. I'll join in on that.
So,
I'm essentially doing it to.
Closed game, shove.
Okay, no. Literally just doing it just to gain a further relationship with the guy.
My grocery list.
I just realized something.
Water, first aid,
I'm driving
rope,
the car.
fishing rod, fishing hooks, fishing
No,
line, sunglasses,
they're not
buckets.
there, and it's
sacks,
you and him
sunglasses.
in the back of
Sunglasses
the
don't
car.
exist, but carry on.
You make sunglasses.
He made his own.
Alright.
Then why is it on your shopping list?
It's things that is on my inventory.
Is one of the lens blue so you can just like even out what you're seeing?
Soap,
No, one of them's red.
extra pair
3D.
of boots,
No, it's cyan.
candles, a life jacket, just life, something that floats that I can, put on.
Okay.
Pigeon feed, not, just a little bit, not something heavy.
So,
Extra
are
pair
you
of
gonna
socks,
enjoy your ride in the car
paper,
with
ink,
Melanie?
and
Just
one
leave her
servant to
alone?
carry it all.
No, I'm trying to build a
Servants.
relationship with Connor,
Which
so that
servant?
my family won't go under.
Servant, just
I love how you
Get
mentioned
one.
you're building a
Hiring a
relationship
porter.
with Connor just after we
You're like
try
hiring a
something
porter?
with Melanie.
Are you hiring a porter, someone to carry stuff?
yes.
Alright, it's one goal a day.
I'd go buy a big party dress. I heard there's gonna be a party.
Yep.
Plenty of room in the car because apparently you're the only one in
Oh,
the
yeah.
back and I'm driving it.
Most of my clothes probably burned. I'm gonna do that.
fair number of them burned, yeah.
By the
You
way,
have what's on your back.
I'm gonna restock on my
I
brand
show
name
up with
clothing,
this really sweet
like
black
tailored
cloak.
suits and all, and
That in
like
big gold letters, it says
Right,
Cloak of Doom on the back.
Alright, so as you guys are heading out in your little wagon trains, basically the wagons are in order of, do you guys want to be in the front or the back?
Front.
Because they're sticking the priests in the middle.
Front.
okay.
Okay, so you guys' wagon is in the front, then there's the wagon of the priests who are currently playing Gin Rummy, and there's a wagon of sort of generic dwarves and whatnot who are mostly they just look like commoners who are probably just going to book early rooms for the coronation kind of thing. Right, are you guys all in your wagon together then?
One of them's a gnome with a fake beard on.
Right. As you guys are rolling out of town and start making headway along the roads, heading out toward the city of Anvil to make transition to the under route to go to Forge. Well, shockingly, you guys can all roll wisdom checks.
Do I have to?
Uh,
I'm out. I'm
Oh,
done.
Can I
20
add
plus
feeling?
1.
no, because you're not necessarily here.
16.
Can I add attune with spirits?
No.
No.
What is this?
Damn, actually,
What are we
yes.
Wisdom.
10.
Wisdom check.
doing? A wisdom
20
check
plus
for
one.
what?
Perception, probably.
Oh, spotting stuff.
10.
Well, 16.
I have talked to everybody in all 3 wagons already. 20 plus 1.
10.
16.
Alright, you got 10, so you're surprised.
Yeah.
The rest of the party is not, as they catch the telltale rustling in the bushes and occasional grunts.
The bird calls that aren't indigenous to the
They're
area.
not that clever.
Oh, okay.
It's more like,
That's even worse.
shut up,
Shut
shut up.
The thunk.
We're gonna shut up, shut up.
Some
You
people
told me to
fly
shut
out
up.
of the bushes.
A couple of the other dwarves around are looking about nervously, draw out weapons. When a number of orcs pop out of the bushes, both ahead of and behind you, and one in the middle of the road says, "Give us your gold and die." You'll notice he didn't say "or."
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
hop
think
off
I'll
my
be-
cart
No.
immediately and throw
I'm gonna throw a fake gold piece at him.
Right, well, I think there is where we're going to be cutting it for today.
as I leave.
Icons? No.
Sure. Give me some icon rolls.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
2, 2, and 5.
5 for Diabolist, 5 for Merchant Prince. Or sorry, Prince of Shadows.
Andrew?
Nothing.
6 for the Emperor.
Cool.
Cool.
I do get +7 for my next wagon driving attempt though.
I got 5 for the 3.
And as the scene fades out from the TV, you see my character jump from the wagon with his blade out.
And who's driving? The car steers off into a tree.
Yo, me 2 horses.
You should just make your Scottish accent so indiscernible that they don't understand you.
Who was that last who? Maybe I saw what I failed.
Okay, we need a translator over here.
Hang on, I need my dwarven translator.
Like the guy in Hot Fuzz. No one can understand him except for the dog.
Captain, I can't translate it. It's too gargled.
The translator is also incomprehensible. Alright, so this is what is it?
Well, we have a dwarven translator, but unfortunately he only speaks dwarven and elven. But now we do know an elf. But unfortunately, he only speaks elven and the language of interpretive dance. It's a universal language. He only speaks elven and Klingon.
Now, Jim over here sometimes does interpretive dance on Thursday, so he should be able to figure it out.
He should be able to figure it out. However, he can only speak in a Clint Eastwood impression.
Yeah.
So as long as that's okay with you.
Whatever you don't stand on the lawn.
He only understands things spoken to him in a bad Sean Connery impression. Specifically a bad impression.
Bad impression.
Anyway. I plead the fifth. We're in Canada. Right. Shit. Does Canada have a fifth? Well, no, actually. Crap. I plead the equivalent of the fifth. I hold you in contempt. You should be imprisoned for a period not exceeding 8 days. And then asked again. What happens if I don't answer then? You'll be imprisoned for a period of time not exceeding 8 days. I'm noticing a theme here. Yeah. Just minor aside. The phrase is, I couldn't care less.
Yes.
If you say, I could care less, all you're saying is that you do care at least a little bit.
Yes.
In order to give yourself room in order to care
I
less.
thought I said couldn't.
Yes. No, I realized that after.
I don't know why it annoys me so much.
No, it absolutely does. No, it absolutely does. I actually said that a couple times. Like, wait, that makes no fucking sense. I could not care less.
Exactly.
There we go. Yeah.
At the lowest possible amount of care.
Yeah.
Saying you could care less, all that says is that you do care at least a little. But you might care much more than that.
Yeah.
Well, I do care a little
In fact,
bit.
the only thing it rules out is that you don't care at all, which is exactly what you're trying to convey.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, do you guys enjoy that session?
Yes,
I
very
guess.
much so.
It was an excellent idea.
I like how I got out due to my own incompetence.
Yup.
The best way to get
You
it.
got out because your former instructor was like, no.
No.
Do you think he raised that goal? No.
How did we go?
Well, what if he learned how to do it since his time at the school?
I am disappointed that no one thought it was the fact I actually saved the man's life.
I like
Well, the only one he told
2
was the
sessions now. We've been saved by their incompetence. That guard thinks they're too stupid to do these spells.